Good afternoon, class. My name is Patricia Johnson, and this is my introduction speech to the speech class 1315 summer session. You can't judge a book by its cover. Grab a seat and let me tell you just a little bit about myself. My closest friends would say that one of my famous sayings would be Jesus on the main line, tell them what you want. It's a verse that comes from an old song that I sang growing up as a child in Chicago in church. I typically use that saying when I'm speaking with friends about the things that we've asked God for and He's delivered those things, or things we plan on asking God for and we're asking Him to deliver. When you look at me, I look like I might have it all together, or maybe I've always had it together. So allow me just to share a few nuggets with you about myself. I would like to share with you growing up in Chicago, my transition to Houston, surviving 2 divorces, becoming a single parent, and my life as a hairstylist. Let's begin with growing up in Chicago. Look at me and ask yourself quietly, what do you see? And we'll come back to that. As a child, I thought life was great. I grew up in a two-story home with both parents, 2 sisters, 1 brother. My parents always had a very nice car to drive. We went to the best schools. I had the latest fashions and a gang of friends. And some of those friends I still remain close with. Growing up in Chicago was good at times, especially in the summer. The summers were the best. Hanging out on the lakefront, running behind the ice cream trucks, playing in the yard with friends with the water hose, that was the best time ever. I'm the baby of 4, so with having older siblings, we always have friends over, and that was pretty cool. Then tragedy began to hit our family in the 1990s. In the early 90s, my sister was introduced to drugs, and still to this day, she struggles with staying clean and sober. In September of 1994, my brother was fatally shot and killed. In 1997, my mom was pronounced dead of a severe asthma attack, resuscitated in an ambulance in the alley in the back of our home. 7 or 8 years ago, my father was diagnosed with diabetes and has developed other health issues. Well, that sums it all up for me and my life in the Windy City. Let's talk a little bit about my transition to Houston. Well, the things we do for love. If you hear me say that, you're probably thinking, did she move here because of a man? Well, partially so, but the decision was mutual. In 1998, I married the love of my life and my best friend. About 7 years later, we met a beautiful couple from Houston. We came to visit them. We loved it, and the rest is history. In October of 2005, Houston became home for my family and I. Although we loved Houston and Houston had been good to us, our marriage did not survive Houston. 5 years later, we divorced, but we still remained the best of friends. Needless to say, that divorce led me into a life of becoming a single parent to our 1 daughter who was 10 at the time. But she's resilient, still is resilient, and with the help of our therapist, we were able to push through. A few years later, and turning 40, I rushed into yet another marriage. And needless to say, that marriage ended in divorce 10 months later. Now, on to the good stuff. Finally, I can share with you my first passion, being a hairstylist, as well as a few other personal nuggets I would like to share. I've been a stylist for over 25 years, and I've loved every bit of it. Being a hairstylist has been fulfilling and very rewarding, and the relationships you build with other people are impeccable. I studied at Dudley Beauty College, the Chicago location. I had perfect attendance. I graduated top of my class. I've competed in and won several hair competitions. I'm known as a master stylist. I'm known for my punctuality, speed, and precision haircuts. In the year of 2011, I opened my own salon named Beautifully Done, where I am still the owner and operator. In 2017, I went to real estate school and became a real estate agent. And last year, I finished in the top 100 producers out of 600 at my brokerage. I'm a 47-year-old student pursuing an associate's degree in general studies and hoping to move past that and get a bachelor's degree in business. My 2 dream jobs would be to be a motivational speaker or a defense attorney. My favorite colors are black and white, and I love riding my bike early in the morning. It brings me peace. I'm a church girl who loves to sing, although I'm not very good at it. And finally, you probably will never guess this, I'm a foodie. I'll try anything except for chocolate. So that's me in a nutshell. Now that you know a little bit about me, I hope you find me just a smidgen interesting. My life growing up in Chicago, my transition to Houston, surviving 2 divorces, becoming a single parent, and my life as a hairstylist has played an important role in helping me become the woman I am today. So back to my opening question about what do you see when you see me? You'll probably say, wow, she's tall and maybe just a little bit cute. Well, I am. I'm very tall. I'm a 5 feet 11-inch book with a beautiful cover. However, when you turn the pages, you'll see that I'm a survivor and a go-getter. Remember, never judge a book by its cover. Thank you.